Morning, everybody. Tim here from Timber Visions. Let me introduce myself a little bit. So, I started playing around cutting wood, I don't know, a couple years ago, just for wood for the fire pit out back. Then I got the idea of maybe starting to mill it. So I started milling wood, and I'd go get free wood here and there and mill it up, and did a lot of ash and some maple. And then I finally got lucky and found some walnut logs and milled those up. And then I started having a lot of cut-offs that I had to deal with. So I started to cut those up for firewood. You know, the round when you make the initial first cut and last cut. And so then I started stacking a little bit of wood, and it kind of took off from there. Ash wood's really pretty when it's milled, and I had a lot of slabs put away for drying. I actually built a kiln, and we'll go over that at some point in time. But I just don't have room for any more slabs, so I started cutting firewood. And here I'll show you my stack so far. So here's half of a stack. This pallet's 12 foot long. Got it at a local hardware lumber yard type place. And I put the ends up on the end here, kind of like Chris does in the woodyard. If you ever watch his videos, he does a lot of firewood, and I watch him every day, not gonna lie. But yeah, then I'll stack another row here in this spot, and there's a gap in the middle, and that's fine. I want it for airflow. Majority of this is ash from a tree that I cut down over there. Saturday I did that. Today's Monday. But yeah, there's the tree that I cut down. It's still got some remnants and some heating wood from when I split. So bought the heating wood, and this is all gonna be bundle wood. There's another stack. This one's full, stacked on both sides. Same setup. And then another stack. These are all 12 footers. 12 foot. So 8 foot of it is a face cord, or a third of a cord, as Chris always says. But 8 foot of it is a face cord, and then you got another 4 foot, and then on the other side there'd be another 4 foot. So basically when this is totally full, it's a cord, because you'll have 2 face cords, and then 2 half face cords, 3 cords, full cord. Now this is before I got splitter. This was all, well, pretty much all hand split, the splitting maul. A lot of this wood comes from my local tree dump. If I don't take it, it just gets burnt out there. What a waste, right? People can heat their houses with this. They can have a nice campfire out back of their house with this. And I find that very wasteful. So I try to save it, right? And here's another stack. So I got 3 full stacks here, so 3 cords, and then a face cord and a half there. So pretty nice stack. And this one is a little bit older, and I've covered it already for the winter. Have some metal that nailed down, and also put some big chunks of wood on top, the heating wood type stuff. So this is one of the first big stacks I put up, and it's mostly ash, a little bit of maple, ash, maple, a little bit of walnut also. And then over here is kind of something special in our area. In northwest Iowa, where I'm from, cherry's pretty rare, and I was out the tree dump, and there was a cherry log out there. So I snagged it, and separated it, put it in its own little pile. This I will probably use myself for cooking and whatnot, doing a little smoking. Matter of fact, I got a pork butt going right now with some of this wood as a smoke. Here's one of those big pallets. I got to fill in those big areas. Some more metal to cover up. Here's some IBC totes that I got heating wood in. I just cut the bottom off, put that on as a lid. And another one. I use this 4x4 post for rolling big rounds up onto my splitter. And I'll do a video someday with the splitter, and you can kind of see how I do that. But some of those rounds are real heavy, and I just use that as a ramp. Have it on its side, and I just roll it right up. And this is all heating wood, as Chris would call it, cookie bin. And then there's a little bit of blue spruce there, a monster silver maple log that I might mill. Here's some odds and ends I gotta get cleaned up. This pile was huge. It was clear out to here, you know, and I've had to whittle it down. But here's another one I might mill in the future. Same tree, big silver maple. This is just my cleanup pile. I burn that every once in a while. Got a little heating wood here I need to find a home for. That pile over there is heating wood too. And when I say heating wood, it's like it's got a lot of knots in it and crotches, and it doesn't make real pretty straight pieces that I want for my bundle wood. So put a lot of effort in that bundle wood, and I'm going to sell it for a little bit of a premium. So yeah, this is all heating wood here. Then also, not every tree is perfectly sized, so you have ones that are short on the end. That goes in the heating wood pile. Nice straight stuff, but too short. So today I'll be at the wheelbarrow over there. I'll be cleaning up some sticks and stuff from when I took down this tree. And I'm gonna get a little bit of footage of that. Might get the saw out and cut some of this stuff up a little bit, get it ready for splitting. I gotta work tonight, so there's neighbor kitty. How you doing, Maxie? All right, so just kind of wanted to give a nice little introduction, and then I'll probably add a little footage of me doing some work. So stay tuned. All right, time to clean up. There, we got all that crap cleaned up. Now we'll probably get the chainsaw out, cut up some of this stuff a little bit so it can be split. So let's talk a little bit about the saws I use for my small work. That's right, battery powered Milwaukee Fuel. Has a 12 amp hour battery, came with it. Actually, I've used this to take down some eastern red cedars. I don't know, I took 10 or 12 of them down, limbed them, all with this, and then 5 amp hour that comes with my drill. Nice little saw for quick little knocking limbs off or whatever. It's really light. Don't have to worry about gas. It has its place, right? Now for my day-to-day bucking, this was my dad's saw. He gave it to me. He's, in his 70s. Doesn't really need to be running a chainsaw like this. He said, if I ever need anything cut, I'll just call you. But yeah, it's a homeowner saw, MS 390. It's like a 64cc, and it's got 24 or 25. They always call it a 25 because it's got an inch on everybody else. Basically, it's a 24-inch bar. And then for my milling, Chinese clone saw. That's right. You buy one of those steels like this, it's a lot of money. And I'm not saying this thing was cheap, because I did have some aftermarket stuff done to it. It's got the West Coast saw, or the bark box, I think is what they call it. So it breathes a little easier. Got the high flow air filter system on it, and currently it's got it's a 30-inch bar. I have a 36 also that I'll use when I'm milling, and we'll cover that someday. But I got this from a guy here in Iowa. Just Send It Saws. Lucas is his name. He's a dealer for these, so I got some support here in the States. And yeah, it's ported and everything. But yeah, really good saw for what I use it for. Someday will I get a steel or a husky or something, a big one. This is 92cc. You need a big saw to do the milling. And someday we'll do a video on that. You can see it and understand that it is needed. I was going to get out the MS390 to do this, but you know what? I'm going to show you what this little bad boy will do. It's got a brake, won't run. Brakes on. Yeah, you can see that, right? It's a little puppy. disclosure, that last one was rotten, but all the other ones were solid, good ash. It was cut down Saturday, just a couple days ago, and yeah, I mean she really cuts. You still put bar and chain oil in it, same as you do any other chainsaw. Lubes it up, chain brakes on. But yeah, I wish the chains were a little cheaper for it, but I do sharpen my own. We'll go over some videos about that later too, especially for my milling chain, because you want good, consistent angles on the cutters, so you continue to cut straight. But anyway, I don't know if I'll get any more footage or not, but thanks for checking me out, checking out the channel. There's lots more that we're going to be doing, but I just kind of want to do a quick little introduction video. One last thing that I forgot to bring up earlier is when you do firewood, you don't need a gym membership, because you get plenty of activity if you come out and work on it daily, and you don't have to worry about getting a workout in, because it automatically happens. So here today, I added on to my heating wood bin. It's not pretty, but I need to get that stuff off the ground. So I just added a little bit onto the end, put a pallet down, one on the end, tacked up a board to hold it. I actually stacked this stuff instead of just throwing it in there like I did on that one. From now on, I'm thinking that I'm going to stack every time I do heating wood, even though it's not perfectly shaped to stack really nice like the bundle wood is. But at least I got it up off the ground, and the drying process can begin, and I can expand more, because I'm sure I'll have some more heating wood here as I continue on with some of the logs. So thanks for tuning in. Until next time, happy cutting.